Perhaps no state has made a more determined or successful attempt to provide needed outdoor recreational facilities for its citizens under the Emergency Relief Program than Kansas. To date, approximately 225 park areas in more than 165 cities have been improved or renovated. A part of this total represents new parks, which were developed where recreational areas were inadequate or non-existing. The Work Relief Program has been of inestimable benefit to Wichita in making it possible for the city to develop its parks and public recreation centers. Under this relief program, the Wichita Park Board has been able to make improvements which have been planned for a long time, but which would probably not have been realized for many years had it not been for the opportunity presented in utilizing the efforts of work relief clients. One of the most gratifying features of the program is that the park and recreational facilities which have been made possible through this program are being used intensively by the residents of the city. More people have used the Wichita parks during the past summer than ever before. This has been largely due to the splendid facilities provided for their use. It has also been gratifying to note that the relief clients themselves have taken a keen interest in the work which they have been doing in the parks, and the workmanship in the new park buildings and on other construction work done by them compares favorably with similar work done by contractors under normal procedure. In all, Wichita's 11 improved parks cover an area of more than 300 acres, over which extensive forestry work was completed, as well as all of them being landscaped. To name a few of the permanent improvements made, there were 4 swimming pools remodeled and bathhouses constructed thereon. In McKinley Park, for the colored population of the city, the swimming pool was remodeled and a new bathhouse constructed. The reconditioning and remodeling of all existing park buildings, a new garage for parked cars, and 2 new implement sheds were built. 2 park utility buildings, one of natural stone and one of brick. An outdoor motion picture theater of a seating capacity of 1,500 persons has provided an immense amount of entertainment to the public. Park roads were paved and curbing and guttering installed. 4 hard-surfaced tennis courts. 2 park shelter buildings. 4 playgrounds fully equipped. 2 large picnic areas complete with stone ovens and concrete tables. Improvements on one of the municipal golf courses included the construction of 18 new grass greens. Work on parks in Topeka, Shawnee County, is outstanding because of the fact that all of the parks in the city, a total of 19, have received some improvement. Most of the work, however, had been concentrated on the 3 largest and leading parks of the city. Gage Park, which is considered one of the outstanding parks in the state, received such improvements as the construction of a new shelter house capable of accommodating some 300 persons at one time, a new zoo, a monkey island, greenhouse, and a canoe lake 750 feet long with a bandstand in the center, which replaces 3 old mud holes. A memorial to the Spanish War veterans was erected, and a beautiful plot of ground west of the swimming pool was landscaped, planted with lovely flowers and dedicated to the veterans of foreign wars. In one section of the park will be found the old settlers' grounds and log cabin, in which many relics of the olden days are on display. In another part, a section is devoted exclusively for the use of the Boy Scouts. The large swimming pool was improved by the construction of a giant slide. For the use of children, a playground and wading pool were installed. Work on these projects was started under the Civil Works Program and carried to completion under the Work Relief Program. From April in 1934 to the middle of August in 1935, an average of 186 men per week were used for a period of 71 weeks for a grand total of 13,249 man-days of work. Truly, these were projects that benefited in many ways. An outstanding example of the use of natural stone in park construction may be found in Manhattan, Riley County, where extensive additions were made to Sunset Park. The old animal house was replaced by one of native stone with additions of heavy wire secured to iron posts. Further new enclosures were built into the side of the hill, and some were caves cut back into the hill. The roofs of the animal pens were constructed of heavy wire netting, and the grounds adjacent were terraced and a retaining wall of native stone built around the hill. The improvements in this small but beautiful city park were first undertaken during the Civil Works Administration. At this administration's conclusion, the work was carried on to completion under state and county work relief programs. While under this program, there were an average of 40 work relief clients employed on this project through an operation period of 63 weeks, making in all almost 2,500 man-days expended in creating a permanent civic improvement. Built entirely of native rock, this monkey island in one of Chanute's city parks shows some of the interesting architectural designs that can be achieved. This project, started under CWA and finished under the state and county work relief programs, has proved a great source of concentration of the local citizens wanting to spend a few hours or an afternoon in complete relaxation.